What up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be fitting the RGB fans from Cooler Master into the computer that we built or transplanted in the last video. So let's get into it. So here's the fans that we're going to be putting into the system. They are the MasterFan Pro range. We've got a 140 and three 120s. They've all the air pressure variety because they're going to be used for the radiator in the back of the PC. So I just went with all air pressure just to make sure that they'd be able to push enough air quite happily. This kit comes with the RGB controller, and I think it comes with some other little accessories and that. So let's get them open and have a look. Oh, incidentally, on the 140 you have a little window you can have a look in, and a bit of information about the fans themselves, which is quite nice. So we'll get the 140 open first. Let's try and keep it in shot. Try and get it open. Right, there we are. Nothing more in the box. Move that over there. So it looks like it just comes with the standard fan. Well, not the standard fan, it's the Pro range, but it comes with a nice rubber, whatever they are, feet or whatever that goes into the help stop vibration, and nice rubber surrounds, and feels, oh yes, nice and weighty. I think these might be maglev fans, but don't quote me on that one. Out of the way. So we got some mounting screws, and put that over there. Mounting screws. That's the actual 114mm fan itself. Not that exciting. Well, it will be when it's turned on. So if we get open, this is the main event now. We want to get into the triple pack with the fan controller, because that sounds like it can be cool. The hooker getting in the way. So there we are. We've got the, first off we have the, get over, I can't see, RGB LED controller. So that's the controller itself. You can buy these separately if you've already got the fans. And then we've got three packs, 3 modules of these, which is the fans themselves, which is quite nice. Let's get all those out and see what else, if anything is left in the box. Nice, well packaged. Yep, no, that looks like that's it for the box itself. Each of these look like they've got nothing in that section, and nothing in that section, just the screws by the looks of it, and then all the rest of it would be in the over there. But there's the basically just a mini version of the 140s, obviously. So that's quite nice. We've got 3 of them. Let's have a look what's in the little fan controller box. This is probably one of the nicer fan controllers on the market, apparently, because it just works off a standard USB and has a little magnetic, oh, it's smaller than I expected, has a magnetic back to it. So I'm sorry if this has not been in shot the whole time. Get a little magnet that goes on the back there, so you can stuck it to your side in your case once you've got everything set up. But you've got the whatever it is, be SATA power, I think it is, by the looks of it, or whatever that is. And then 4 RGB headers, so it's quite nice. And then what else? We've got any other little accessories in the box. Move that over. Oh, okay, the whole thing opens. Ah, here we are. Here's all like the, I suppose, little extension cables. There's the little pin headers. If you're going from, I think it's female to female, if you've got 2 connectors that you're using female to female. And then just all the RGB things really, and then a little instruction booklet. I assume that one of these, yep, there we are. That one just plugs onto a spare USB header on the motherboard, which is quite useful for me, because actually I was expecting to actually plug it into a USB, but that's quite nice. I like that. So yeah, And anyway, enough talk, let's get the thing in. Okay, just to clarify on the wiring for the actual controller, because I cannot get a decent shot behind there whatsoever. But you have your little controller here. You've got 4 ports for you here, 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 here. These are for your RGB fans. These go off to your fan. I can't draw a fan. And then you have a SATA power. This goes off to your standard SATA power. Plug into your power supply, or if you've got an adapter from Molex to SATA or whatever, as long as it's a SATA power port, it'll work. And then here you've got your USB. This goes onto your little USB header on your motherboard, and this will works fine in the USB 2 one. I've got mine plugged into a USB 2 one. If you've only got USB 3 headers, which is unlikely, but if you've only got those 3 or USB 3 headers, then you can get an adapter pretty easily. So yeah, that's the basic gist anyway, but it's like spaghetti junction behind there, so it's not going to be able to show you anything useful. Well, there we have it, it's all done. Let's get it plugged in and see what it looks like. Here's a moment of truth. I don't know if it'll work straight away or whether I have to configure it in Windows first, but we'll see. Ooh. That's a good sign. We've got green on the front, green on the back. Let's see if you can see underneath. I think they're working. I can't actually get low enough. Yep, they look like they're all working. So let's get some configuring doing. So here we are then in the Cooler Master software. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what each thing does, or whatever each setting does. Your 1, 2, 3, 4 are your different fans, or multiple fans on one, in my case, because I didn't have enough ports, so I split one into do 3 different fans. I think those are the ones at the top. So I've got the 2 front ones, the ones at the top, I think, and I think number 4 is the rear, but we'll find out in a minute. But yeah, static is just one colour for all, so that's pretty easily. You just select which one you want here. I'll show you a bit more in the next one. But if you go customize is the same. It's just single colour, but it is individual to each fan then. So say if we want a nice pink, you can then set your colour up here. You can do it completely RGB. You can set this would come in later, the speed, brightness of that fan. And then you just click which one you want it to be. So I want that one to be pink and that one to be pink, say. Although you can only see the front 2. So if I adjust the other one, so nice light green. And as you can see, a nice light green. So yeah, it just customizes colours and they just stay static basically. Stars, as you just said there, it creates like a, whatever colour you set, it creates like a little twinkle effect. So I suppose to mimic like the twinkling of the stars in the sky. It's quite nice actually. Sky I think is much of the same but the opposite.
although I haven't completely worked out what the difference is, but it looks pretty much the same to me. I think it's yeah, I just saw it then go like, I think it's pretty much the same, but it's just, I think it's a slight difference to the animation. Color cycle is obviously self-explanatory, so it just makes all the colors of the fans you select excuse me, just cycle through the colors, so like proper RGB style. Breathing is a static color, and then it just makes the fan sort of the lights turn on and off slowly, on like a breathing effect. And you can set the speed, like I've got mine set really slow, but you set it really fast as well, or whatever, you customize whatever you want. Again, you can customize your color. Multi-layer. Now this is where it gets interesting. You can have normally you can select a lighting effect, but you can only set that fan to certain fans inside that particular lighting effect, whereas in multi-layer you can mix different effects for different fans. It's just probably easier if I show you. So say we've got a static, so we want a nice static, for number 1, but then say we want a color cycle, and we can set that to number 2. So now you see we've got a static color on the top fan, but then you see the bottom fan is now cycling through colors, and it works the same with the breathing effect as well. I can set a breathing effect on so see if we can do it on the color cycle. Yeah, no. I was just curious to see whether it would continue with the color cycle. No, it's with the breathing effect. It is just a one set color. But say we want that one back to color cycle. But yeah, you can mix and match there. Turn off is obviously self-explanatory. We're all in darkness. But if I go back to static, this is where Mirage is really quite interesting. It's off at the moment, but if I set a preset on, I hope this comes out fairly well on camera, but as you change the frequency, yeah, there we go, see as the frequency of the lightings change, so you can adjust it so it looks like it's going forward, backwards. You can change a higher frequency to make it look like it's spinning faster, really fast. And then you go into the higher frequencies, it makes the blades look smaller. See there, they look quite tiny compared. They were like quite wide before, but again you can up this so it makes it look like it's slowing down, stopping, going the opposite direction. But yeah, there's the full spectrum of those pretty much. Oop, well, that was a bit abrupt at the end, but you get the idea. I really like this kind of backwards effect. I think that looks really cool. The fan going forward and the remote back going backwards. There's another mode. I don't know why Sync 2 is specifically port 2. I don't understand why that is, but you can basically set the effect going, so all the other fans are you get the same sort of frequency effect, but you can actually adjust the frequency of individual RGB lights. Again, I don't know why it's exactly port number 2, but if you can see, if I can adjust that a bit, maybe that's not the best one. Maybe try green or blue might give you a better. See, there we go. That makes. See, now we've got like that spinning effect, but it's only with the blue channel. So you can mix and match. You can make different effects. You can almost make look a 3D goggles kind of effect if you want. But yeah, I really kind of like that feature. I normally just keep them all on, and you set multiple presets. There's a few I think already set or whatever. You can just reset them or whatever, and then knock yourself out. Really, there's a few preset cool looking ones. Yeah, really cool feature indeed.
Well, there you have it. There's the finished RGB controller, and all the fans fitted or whatever. Come out looking awesome. I really would like a motherboard in the future that actually has RGB built onto it. Preferably something like the Republica Games Aura stuff, which is pretty cool. So maybe on the cards if I decide to upgrade in the future. But for now, it's looking sweet. So thank you very much everyone for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And I shall see you next time. Ta-ta!